Hello everybody, welcome back to Simulated Heaven, and I'm making a very quick update video on my first impressions of the DK2. It does in fact seem that the positional tracking, the camera was not working, as a few of you actually pointed out during that video, and I did in that video talk about how it didn't feel quite as good as it had done the previous day when kind of peering over items. Anyway, I've done a little bit of digging, and what it seems had happened was it would appear that my webcam was somehow conflicting with the camera on the Oculus Rift, in that as soon as I disconnected the webcam from the webcam viewer, the camera for the Oculus Rift would immediately start working. So it seems that there's some kind of a conflict there. I mean, I would imagine it's probably because I'm using that funny webcam viewer, which I imagine is not the greatest piece of software on this earth. And I'm hoping when I mean obviously in the future when I actually get to play regular games, I should be able to record with my regular recording software, which allows you to place a webcam like as part of the video that you're recording. So I think when I do that it should be fine, but unfortunately right now I can't really show any webcam. It's just going to be pure raw footage from the Oculus Rift only. So I apologise for that, but hopefully we'll see that the head tracking is now working fine. So I think as well, the moral of this story is you need to check all of the time on the Oculus configuration utility. You need to have a look near the top where it says sensor serial and camera serial. You need to make sure there's like a serial number in there. If it says waiting, that obviously means it's not really connected properly. I was aware of that, but I hadn't really thought of checking that before the last video, but I'm now more aware of that and will definitely be checking that a lot more in the future. But anyway, it seems like I've solved the problem, so let's get back into the old Tuscany and see if it's any better. Now, I did a little bit of a test and it did seem a lot better. I would definitely say, yeah, there is certainly more head movement. I mean, you can't see me right now, but I'm moving my head forward and backwards, and there does seem to, I mean, there is obviously a problem, certainly when I'm looking down at objects, because I also have a steering wheel in front of me because I'm in a sim rig. I definitely think that's impacting the ability for it to, you know, for it to pick up my head movements when my head gets quite low, because when I'm higher up like that, look, you see how that's actually working fine. You see, that's actually working fine. I can twist my head around and it actually is moving the camera view perfectly. So it just kind of makes it even more amazing, really. You know, I can peer around the corner of things and everything. So seems like I've got the problem sorted. And actually, I didn't have to do anything. The only thing I did was restarted the computer, and I disconnected and reconnected all of the USB cables. So it just goes to show you that the camera thing, I think it can be slightly temperamental, and you just need to be careful and make sure it's working before you start playing any games or using the Oculus Rift. And yeah, look at that. I can now move my head in, twist it, and I have to say, I mean, it works really well in the environment I have. I mean, I've said a million times, but I'm sat in a sim rig. I mean, this is not the ideal situation for using this thing, and it does actually still work pretty amazing. I mean, you really have to give it that. You really do have to give it that. See, I can focus in on that. Yeah, that is pretty epic. That is absolutely amazing, I have to say. It just blows me away. It really does. Yeah, so it is all working. You know, I think that the moral of this story is obviously the whole DK2 thing is very early on, and it is slightly temperamental, so you do have to be kind of careful with it and make sure everything is working. Yeah, this is pretty epic. So it lost the tracking there, you see, but I did go quite far down, to be fair. So yeah, okay, so I'm not going to bore you with a long video. I just wanted to quickly update you guys as to what I have found out about the webcam kind of conflicting with the Oculus Rift tracking stuff. If you have any other questions, of course you can leave a comment in the comment section below. I'll try to get back to you, and yeah, thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.